I like using the backs of shipping labels for double-sided tape. I laid down a few strips and cut them into tabs. I love double-sided tape, but cutting it with scissors is just messy. This makes it so much easier to quickly pull the tabs to attach templates. This cutout template will be used to cut the recess on this small router table. Setting up this template couldn't be easier. It has several rings for spacing and alignment. We don't use double-sided tape for these inner rings. Once the center section is aligned and attached using double-sided tape, we can remove the inner rings and begin cutting the recess. I'll be using my favorite pattern bit and our popular dual grip base plate to cut out the rabbet. Very useful if you don't have a plunge base. Adjust your pattern bit so the bearing rides along your template. Find a good anchor point if you're using your fixed base to plunge into your table. Slowly lower your router like a hinge. Our dual grip base plate really helps with this step. I had my dust chute off for the video, but quickly reattached it because it was making a mess. Go ahead and hug out the recess on this first pass. Now I use a couple cards, my insert plate, and the template to adjust my final depth. Repeat the plunge method and cut to your final depth. Remember to cut clockwise when writing along the outer edge and counterclockwise when writing along the inner edge. That way you don't get any kickback. Now you can remove your template, but don't toss it. You can reuse it for future router tables. Finally, we can remove the center section. Insert the wider inner ring and trace the template. The line will only serve as a guide. Drill holes near the corners for your jigsaw blade to enter. Now cut all the way around following your pencil line. If you don't care about those jagged edges that no one will ever see, then you're done. You can sand down those edges a bit and install your insert plate. But if you want to sleep at night knowing you have crispy clean edges, attach the same inner ring with double-sided tape and use it as a guide for your flush trim bit. This is a double bearing compression bit from Bits and Bits. We offer this monster bit as well as others on our website, so make sure you check them out. Whichever flush bit you decide to use, just make sure it's a top or upper bearing flush trim bit. You'll want the bearing to ride along the template. Now we just clean up the mess and remove the template and install your new router table insert plate.